key to the treasure.
Get rich with one piece. Get rich with one piece.
Yo, we got Luffy and Zoro, the better the duo. Sanji and Noosa bring out the bankroll. Jekyll Mariah, he rips your soul. Brooke and Perona, they cold like a snow globe. Going through the stack like we looking for some crack. Taking y'all to class, man, you better know your math. Call the deck mather, cause he always running black. We don't need no power tools, we just bring the axe. Cause we bout to chop it up. PCG, level up. This is more than beginner's luck. Got so many ribs, they backing up. Rapping so cold, got the mains froze. Everybody know that the gang goes. Laws of the land don't make me repeat. We the next king. Getting rich with one piece.
Get rich with one piece.
The piece of the cause, the key to the treasure.
Get rich with one piece. 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 Get rich with one piece.
The piece of the cause, the key to the treasure.
Get rich with one piece. Get rich with one piece.
Yo, we got Luffy and Zoro, the better the duo. Sanji and Noosa bring out the bankroll. Jekyll Mariah, he rips your soul. Brooke and Perona, they cold like a snow globe. Going through the stack like we looking for some crack. Taking y'all to class, man, you better know your math. Call the deck mather, cause he always running black. We don't need no power tools, we just bring the axe. Cause we bout to chop it up. PCG, level up. This is more than beginner's luck. Got so many ribs, they backing up. Rapping so cold, got the mains froze. Everybody know that the gang goes. Laws of the land don't make me repeat. We the next king. Getting rich with one piece.
Get rich with one piece.
The piece of the cause, the key to the treasure.
Get rich with one piece. Get rich with one piece. Get rich with one piece. Get rich with one piece.
Hello, world. We got a late one today, don't we? But one of the benefits of being a grown-ass man is you can stream whenever the hell you want to. Or, when you're able to. So, yeah, and I even have to get up early to take my daughter to work tomorrow. So, yeah, this will be it'll be a fun day. Whatever things we do for our hobbies and our children. Yeah, I need to freaking put my hair in a ponytail, dude. It's getting crazy. Let's see if I can put it in a ponytail real quick. Put it in a quick little dirty pony. Won't be the best thing ever, but it'll be something. Let's see. Probably look crazy. Don't clip me looking crazy. Or you can, I really don't care. Yeah. It looks a hot ass mess. Oh, we gotta try that again. That didn't work out like I wanted it to. But while I'm doing this, welcome everybody. Today is, I don't want to say finally, because I was actually just talking about this with my wife. But they have had so many releases, like just really back to back, and I told her it's because of the fact that they're trying to get us caught up right now. They're trying to, match us up with the East. So yeah, they're releasing things a lot quicker. And then in August, I don't know when exactly in August, we will be synced up. I think it'll be OP-17 So OP-16 will be in like June or something like that. And I'm trying to think. Yeah, I think that's what I heard. I don't know, but I know August is when OP-15 is supposed to, or OP-16, excuse me, OP-17 August, and that's going to be the anniversary set. Blah blah blah. So it'll be pretty good set. But anyways, I'm saying all that to say, like, it feels like, they just released so much shit lately, and I mean, I like it. My wallet doesn't like it. My wallet's getting abused. Here we go. That's better. Um, but yeah, OP-15 came out. It's technically not out until next Friday, but obviously, they start to do the release events a week early, and the shops tend to give you the box, that week early, which is nice. And went to went to one release event today. I have some scheduled this weekend. I don't know how many I'll be able to make it to, but we'll see. But yeah, we have a box to open today. Then we'll go over some of the cards that I got from the release event, because in the release event you open 6 packs, you build your deck, and you play in a tournament. I did okay. I went 2-1. I lost the second game, so it was pretty much chalk for me there. Dude I was playing against, the dude I lost against, like, motherfuckers think just can be so manipulative. Like, bro, I'm not stupid. But so the second guy I played, so I beat the first guy. He felt like he wasn't like a serious player, and I don't want to say that I'm a serious player, but I play pretty regularly, and he seemed like he was newish. Which, shit, I'm glad. I'll play to new people. Shit, I don't care. Second guy that I played, he barely won. Which, I mean, whatever. I'm not saying it like, oh, he shouldn't have won or anything like that. I'm just saying that's how the game went. It was a very, very close game. And yeah, it was a very, very close game. And now I'm thinking back right now where I actually fucked up. Oh, God. I could have won that game, but now I'm thinking back because yeah, I fucked that. I fucked up. That's okay. Anyways, I mean, I could have won it. Obviously, you're learning the cards. That's the point of the release event, which is fun. But anyway, the dude was like, "Oh, he's like, yeah, you should stick around because the top six are supposed to potentially get the release event winner cards." And I'm like, motherfucker, there is no way that I'm gonna. When you lose one game, I think like 5 people went undefeated, and then one person who had a loss, like, was in the top 6. So the top 6 were able to get it. So anyways, but the way they kind of rank it is depending on how your opponents, right? So any tiebreakers, like people that go 3-0, the way they rank them is, the winning percentage of your opponent. And so basically, long story short, he was just wanting to get me to stick around because a lot of people will leave the tournaments after they lose because they're just in it to get the event winner cards, which, whatever, is fine. And he was just, and so, like, if you played against that person, then basically it lowers your strength of schedule, basically, if we're using sports terms, and that's the best way I can describe it. Lowers your strength of schedule because this person left and they got disqualified, or not disqualified, but they I don't know if they consider it disqualification, but they lose the games that they don't play. Anyways, whatever, I don't give a fuck. I won my third game. Again, it was against somebody, and it's actually funny because I played the same guy on Tuesday because I went to the normal tournament on Tuesday. It was at a different place. This one that I go to, I typically go for like the specific release events and stuff. This one is like 35 minutes away, so I don't go to this one very often. But the one that I typically go to on Tuesday, I beat this dude, and then I went and played him again in the third round today. Ended up beating him. He seems very new. I'm not trying to brag that I beat this new guy or whatever, but I just thought it was funny, and I actually felt bad when I saw him in the third round, because like most people will be like, yeah, I'm new. You know, they'll be really cool about it. I don't give a fuck, honestly. Like, I will help somebody out, right? Um, I will help somebody out. I will help walk them through, you know, how they should be thinking about things. And I'm not the best player in the world either, but I'm sure that I have more experience than these people. So, anyways, I'll help people out, but I'm not gonna just, you know, volunteer it if they don't feel like they want it. Most people will again be very vocal about it and be like, "Yeah, I'm super new. Oh, um, oh, I should have done this. I should have done that." And this dude wasn't like that, which is fine. Shit, I respect it. Um, yeah, but anyways, it's fun and it's really cool to like have so many people in the game now. Most of the time, when I can't get all my shit that I'll fucking ordered, that I pre-ordered, we'll get into that. It's frustrating, but you know, it'd be like that. Sorry, I'm loading up my camera so I can start streaming because I know I'll be talking a lot. Or so I can start showing my pack opening skills. Yeah. Um, let me see. 2565. Zoom times 2. Gosh dang it. Come on, Zoom. Come on, Zoom times 2. Yeah, I try to help people out, whatever. Yay me. I'm a saint. Who gives a fuck? So I went and got one pack or one box today from my typical shop, the one that sells things for like MSRP. But they have to open the boxes. And so I ended up buying that box. It's open. I did open one pack from it because I could not help myself. I just had to open a pack. I did get a Brook in there, one of the super rare Brooks for my Brook deck. So I'm super excited about that. I've already started building. Obviously, I only have the one card, but I opened some packs from the tournament that I went to. Again, the way these tournaments work is they give you 6 packs and you build a deck of 40 cards with it and you play. And so it's a really good way to like learn the cards. It's really the best part about it, right? You get to learn the cards. You get to open packs. You get to open, you know, 6 packs while you're doing it. You win packs. You win, you know, the super or the winner event cards. So I really like the events. Make sure this is okay. Yeah, I really do like the events, and I actually got some hits from the packs that I opened. And it's kind of funny because typically what happens is you sit in a spot and you share a box because a box has 24 packs in it. There's 6 people, so that's excuse me, a box has 24 packs and there's 4 people, so each gets 6. You know what I'm saying. You basically share a box between 4 people. Essentially, is the way it works. Now they do a really good job of already like separating the packs, right where it's just gonna be like, okay, these are gonna be your 6 packs. These are gonna be your 6 packs. They kind of have it like sorted in the box already for you, which is pretty nice. And so, you know, you get the box in front of you, and you know there's the other 3 people there with you, and I selected my pack of cards. Like the dude was, I don't know what he was doing. I don't know if he was just being nice or maybe he has some sort of superstition. But the guy that was sitting across from me, he picked his packs first. But there was like one of the guys, because the box came down this thing, because they passed the boxes down the table, and the guy who was sharing the box with me or with us, he you know, he didn't take any packs out. He let us get our packs first, which whatever. I don't know if it was being courteous or what the case is, but whatever. Anyways, so the guy across from me, he got his packs first, and I'm like, okay, I didn't realize what he was doing. I was like, okay, he wants me to pick my packs, so I picked up, you know, my 6 packs, First 2 packs that I opened hits, and I'm opening my packs slower than everybody else because I'm reading the cards and I'm trying to get my I'm trying to build the deck as I'm going through my cards. Like typically what people do is they'll open all the packs and then they'll kind of like sort the cards into however they sort their cards for this particular type of event. And so I don't do that. I go through my cards, slowly just to kind of see where I want to put them and whatnot. But they had gone through pretty much all their packs and like that nobody's getting any hits, And so I opened my very first pack and ended up with a very good hit that I like at least. No, hold on. Go back. I keep saying this, but I really need to clean this thing tomorrow. It gets just worse and worse. Yeah. I did not eat at this desk before like a month ago. And now I eat at the desk all the time. I fucking hate that. Like I need to break that habit. Like I never eat at my desk. I always eat, but I've just been so busy at work that I'm just trying to eat and fucking work at the same time. And I need to break that habit. I really do not like that habit. But yeah, my desk looks like shit right now, which I'm fucking pissed off about. But I can't blame it on anybody but myself because I'm a fucking pig, I guess. Anyways, yeah, I'm gonna hide that. I can't. It's driving me crazy. But so very first hit from the very first pack that opened at the event was this alternate Rebecca. So this card looks awesome. I really love what they did with this with this set as far as the alt leaders, because typically what they do, and I had not heard this before up until recently, the alt leaders are what they, again, I've just heard this like within the past couple of days, but the alt leaders are typically like the big heads, right? So they just have the big face of the leader on there, and then they have some kind of, just colored background, like the same color type of background, whatever. If they're blue, yellow, or whatever, like the background will be blue, yellow, whatever. It's like it's not anything crazy, right? But these look amazing, right? Because they have the main leader, obviously, and then they have their gang with them. You know what I'm saying? So we got Kiros. Is this Viola? And then I don't know who the fuck this old person is. I don't know, somebody dad or granddad or some shit like that. But this looks amazing. This is obviously the Dressrosa arc, but all right, so we'll read her because it is a new leader. We're gonna be doing this is probably gonna be a long stream because we gotta open a box, we gotta read the cards, we gotta do all that stuff. So here we go. Let's get started. And then I'll, we'll get into opening the box here in a minute. But all right, so Rebecca is a 5,000 power, 5 life Dressrosa type leader with this leader cannot attack. All right, which makes sense in the manga, or I guess anime, whichever. All right, activate main. You may rest this leader and return one of your Dressrosa type characters to the owner's hand. Play up to 1 Dressrosa type character card with a cost of 3 from your hand. So it basically lets you put a card back in your hand. And not basically, this is exactly what it lets you do. It lets you cheat out characters, right? So you get to play a character or pick a character back up and play a character with a cost of 3. A Dressrosa type character, right? And it says with a cost of 3 exactly from your hand. So I kind of wish it was 3 or less. It's not, but I'm sure that there's a particular reason. I know that there are cards specifically that work with this. There's a Kairos that we'll look at, but yeah, this card looks awesome. Super pumped about it. And then This is the big hit right here. This is the big hit between them. A alternate art jewelry Bonnie. So I told you the first pack I opened had a hit in it, and I'm going through my cards. I'm going very very slowly. These other guys, they've ripped through their fucking packs. They're all six of their packs have been opened. Whatever. I'm starting to go through my second pack. Lo and behold, we get a hit in the second pack. So I basically emptied the box as far as like the hits are concerned. There's three, sometimes only two, which again I bitch about this all the time. There should not only be two hits in a fucking box. It should be minimum three, and I really think it should be four hits in a box, but absolute minimum should be three hits in a fucking box. Two hits is ridiculous. One hit boxes should not even exist. That is absolutely crazy. But anyways, yeah, so this jewelry Bonnie, this is the alt art on the jewelry Bonnie. It's a searcher, so it's a one cost 2K, 1K counter. On play, look at 4 cards from the top of your deck. Reveal up to one egghead or straw hat crew type card other than jewelry Bonnie and add it to your hand. Then place the rest at the bottom of your deck in any order. The artwork looks amazing on here. This card looks really good. This is not really doing it justice. Having it in the top loader and then like the light. This card looks great. I guess this is probably like the best I can get it. Here in the one hit box diabolical. It shouldn't exist. It should not exist. But trust me, I've had them. I talk to people at my tournaments and stuff that have had them. Like, it doesn't make sense to have a one hit box unless put a fucking manga in the box. You know what I'm saying? Like, if there's a manga in that box, okay, fine. Like that, I still don't even think that should be the case, but that's reasonable. But getting a fucking secret rare and that being the only hit in the box is absolutely insane. Like, I agree with you, but there should be a secret art. There should be a secret. There should be a secret rare card in every box. Like, every single box should have a secret rare. Every single one, in my opinion, right? And then 2 alt arts. That's exactly how it should go. Um, yeah, that's my opinion, but I mean, if they not, I'm not saying put one in every box. I'm saying so if there is only one hit in a box, it should be a manga. Like, that should be a manga in there. But in all the other boxes need to have 3 hits, like we were talking about, 2 alts and then a secret rare. Like, that would be perfect. Not that wouldn't be perfect. Perfect for me is 4. Perfect for me really is 4. I kind of got spoiled with PRBO2, right? PRBO2 I love that set. I talk about it all the time. PRBO2 is amazing. Yeah, PRBO2 has the 2 secret rares in a box and then 2 like alt arts. So, and they have less cards. So they have 20 cards in a box as opposed to 24. So, I did open one of these. I'll go through these real quick because we haven't opened any packs and we're 20 minutes in. But I opened one of the release event packs. So we got a Kelly Funk and then we got a Hydrogen. Yep, we'll open one of these because they gave out a couple more. I actually want to open I'm not gonna open all these because I need to save it for other fucking days because it's so hard to get shit. All right, so we will open the other release event packs. Come on. There we go. Maybe. See what we got here. All right, we got a Margarita. So 1 cost, 0 power, 2K counter. On play, place up to 1 card from your opponent's trash at the bottom of the owner's deck. And then we get a Orlumbus. So nothing great, but we'll take it. 3 cost, 4,000 power, 1K counter. On KO, draw 1 card. Activate main. Once per turn, you may place one of your characters at the bottom of the owner's deck. This character gains Rush during this turn. So this is a Dressrosa type card. Again, one of those cards that work really well with Rebecca, right? You can bounce something to your hand. You can play this. And if you have another character out, you can bounce that character to the bottom of your deck and swing at your opponent. So, swing at your opponent immediately. So yeah, they have some really good cards. I lied. I'm gonna open one more. I'm gonna open one of these dash packs. So I did open one. What was that? Tuesday maybe? I think. No, I didn't open one of these. I don't know. Who fucking knows? All right, what do we got here? Ooh, very nice. Yeah, this is awesome. Okay, you're saying secret rare one not? Yeah, like a manga or something. I feel like people typically, I mean, just from my experience, people are typically willing to trade. Yeah, especially if you, I don't know if you're like, if you frequent them or whatever, but yeah, people from my experience are typically really good, especially about bulk. Like a lot of times they'll be like, I don't even want the bulk. You can just have the shit. But yeah, this Zoro, very nice. We are going to be running, or we are going to be building, uh, Brook. So that is definitely going in Brook. I'm actually very pumped about that. All right, let's get into some packs, man. Let's get into opening some packs, some real packs. This actually makes me want to open all of those because that Zoro actually got me very hyped. I want to open the rest of those packs now. All right, Kelly Funk, and we're gonna read through some of these too. What am I hoping for? So I want to build Brook. Other than that, like I typically, build my collection. I want to have a play set of everything. Um, I was kind of thinking, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Welcome to the gang. Um, what am I hoping for again? Like I said, I'm wanting to build Brook. Like that deck is just extremely fun. Um, I was I was thinking that I would like to build a Nell, but I was looking at like the prices today. Some of the I know that they're like their pre-sale prices, so and pre-sale prices are always high, but like Anel is going to be a very popular deck and those cards are going to be ridiculous. So unless I'm able to just randomly pull for Anel secret rares, I don't think I'll be building it now anytime soon, at least maybe at some point in the future. But so just stuff for Brook, I guess. Obviously, SPs and all that shit, treasure rares, any of that stuff I'd really like. What's actually funny is I love all the SPs from this set. So there isn't one that's like, you know, calling me over the others, but all the SPs look so good. The ones from EVO4 and the ones from OP-15. So honestly, like I'm good with whatever. I really am. All right, so Kelly Funk, 3 costs, 3,000 power, 1K counter. On play up to 1 Bobby Funk from your hand. It's a Dressrosa type character. So there are quite a few Dressrosa type characters to be played in Rebecca, but people aren't really aren't building the deck with this, right? They're not building the deck with the Kelly Funks of the world. All right, Kuma, 4 costs. This card is really good. 4 costs, 5K, 1K counter. On play, up to one of your opponent's characters with a cost of 5 or less cannot be rested until the end of your opponent's next end phase. All right. Perona and Blackbeard upgrades. Oh, Blackbeard. Like, I started playing on Blackbeard, so I have a special place in my heart for Blackbeard. I can't wait for the new, the black and yellow Blackbeard from OP-16. I know I'm opening OP-15 right now, and I'm already talking about OP-16, but yeah, they showed the leaders for OP-16 already, and the Blackbeard looks awesome. He looks super fun, black and yellow, I'm sure that they're going to have a ton of yellow support. He already has a ton of black support. It's gonna be a blast. It really is. Blackbeard and Perona. Yeah, I haven't played with Perona, but Perona black and green, just like Brook, I can definitely see how black and green is a very fun deck. No, 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 no. No, I'm not co-founder. No, 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 no. One for All is just a me and my friends. We were trying to start like a gaming brand, right? This was years ago. We were trying to start like a gaming brand, and we wanted something that would sound like inclusive to anybody, right? And I was really watching. I mean, I'm always heavy into My Hero, but I had been watching My Hero Academia, and I was like, that would be just a great name for a group. And I, you know, pitched it to my friends, and like, that's a great name. You're so handsome, Eric. You're so smart. Oh my God, we love you so much. Oh, you're a genius. You're so amazing at everything you do. These are their words, not mine. I'm not embellishing at all. But anyways, yeah, they liked the idea, so we went ahead and went with One for All for the group. So we're like OFA for short, right? But no, I'm not. We're not anything important, or I don't know. We didn't start at a store or anything like that. No, 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 no. That's not me. I do want to potentially open up a card shop one day, but we'll see. All right, Moda, one cost, zero power, 2K counter. On play, look at 7 cards from the top of your deck, reveal up to one Lulucia Kingdom, and add it to your hand. Then place the rest at the bottom of your deck in any order. So we'll look at this Lucia Kingdom here in a little bit. Once we pull one, I'm sure we will. Katori, one cost, 2,000 power, 1K counter. Activate main, Dawn -2. You may rest this character. If you have Satori and Hotori, rest up to one of your opponent's characters with 5,000 power or less. If I pull a manga, I haven't. It's funny, and I mean I haven't been playing forever, but I started in OP-12, and I haven't pulled a manga yet. So it'll be my first manga. I'll actually absolutely be pumped. What's the manga for this set? Is it the Kobe? I think what is it? Kobe and the Anel. I think they both have mangas in this set. I think Kobe's for EVO4. But yeah, I'd be pumped if if I want one, or if I get to choose one, it'd be like the Anel. But yeah, that would be my choice. All right, Passivista. One cost, 1,000 power, 2K counter. If you have Jewelry Bonnie and you have 0 life cards, this character gains blocker. Seems pretty good, especially for red yellow Bonnie. Um, People are calling this card holy. Maybe it's holy like in the sim or something, and it definitely probably is. But yeah, that's definitely Holly. Um, 3 for 1K counter. All of your own cards and this character gain double attack. Opponent's turn, all of your own cards, base power, and this character's base power become 6,000. Very good card. This card is becoming extremely popular in and now. So yeah, I hate it because it's super aggressive, blah blah blah. All right, so would you let me eat the flame fruit? 7 cost event with the effect main, draw 2 cards, then your leader, or excuse me, then your Lucy leader gains double attack and plus 3,000 power during this turn. Captain C. Mars. Yeah, this is what I was hoping for. This guy right here. This is some crazy looking artwork. I actually really like that. So it's a 5 cost, 6,000 power, 2K counter, just a vanilla character. All right. Calgara, 3 cost, 5,000 power, brick. On play, you may trash 1 card from your hand. Look at 5 cards from the top of your deck. Reveal up to a total of 2 Mont Block Noland or Shandian Warrior type cards and add them to your hand. Then place the rest at the bottom of your deck in any order. So you trash a card, and it's a searcher for 2, and it has 5K, so it's able to swing. So I really actually really like those cards that do that. All right, Django. 1 cost, 2,000 power, 1K counter. On play, look at 3 cards from the top of your deck, reveal up to 1 East Blue type card, and add it to your hand. Then place the rest at the bottom of your deck in any order. Activate main. You may trash this character. Give up to 1 of your opponent's rested Don cards to 1 of your opponent's characters. Typically, when a card like a searcher, and I guess they've kind of moved away from having searchers be rare cards, but this is very weird. Like I've seen a lot of the searcher cards that have additional effects, like super rares, right? But this one is just an uncommon, so it's lower than even just the regular rare searchers. So kind of weird, but whatever. All right, Kairos. Speak of the devil. I was talking a lot about you, Kairos. 3 cost, 5,000 power, brick. On play, you may trash 1 card from your hand. If your leader is Rebecca, this character gains rush during this turn. On KO, add this character card from your trash to your hand. God, if this card had a counter, oh, it would be absolutely bonkers. It would be crazy. Oh, if I get the Enel one, I'm building the deck. If I get the Enel one, yeah, I'll sell that. I'll sell the Enel manga in order to buy the rest of the cards for the Enel deck. Yeah, that'll be it. A Calgara deck. Oh yeah, I've seen so many different types of decks lately on the sim. All right, we have a 1 cost event. It's an order. Do not defy me. So this is a counter. So up to 1 of your Krieg cards gains plus 4,000 power during this battle. And main, up to 1 of your opponent's rested characters with a cost of 8 or less, or less that has 2 or more Dawn cards given will not become active in your opponent's next refresh phase. So not too bad. Not too bad of a card. Django the GOAT. All right, what do we have here? Sentomaru. 2 cost, 1K counter, blocker. With on block, if you have 2 or less life cards, draw 1 card. Buggy, 3 cost, 4,000 power, 1K counter. When attacking, give up to 1 rested Don card to its owner's leader or 1 of their characters. On KO, draw 1 card. All right, Katori, 1 cost, 2,000 power, 1K counter. This card is one of the cards that could have won me the game. Now that I'm kind of thinking back to the game that I lost, and I won't get into it, but this card, I used its effect. I'm not going to get into it. Immediately goes into it. I used his effect and didn't do anything with it. Like I rested a blocker who wasn't even a blocker, and he ended up getting swung into on my opponent's next turn. He got swung into, KO'd, so I couldn't use his effect the next turn. Where if I would have still had him, I would have actually been able to rest one of his blockers for a reason, because I didn't even swing into the blocker that I didn't even swing into the blocker that I didn't, or that I rested. So very stupid. Anyways, Dressrosa Kingdom. On play, if your leader has the Dressrosa type, draw 1 card. On your opponent's attack, you may rest this stage and trash 1 event or stage card from your hand. Up to 1 of your leader or character cards gains plus 2,000 power during this battle. Mont Blanc Noland. 4 cost, 5,000 power, 2K counter. Very good statistically. Down ×1 when attacking. Up to 1 of your Calgara cards gains rush during this turn. God, this pack is just fucking tormenting me. This was a card that my opponent played on their final turn in order to beat me. They KO'd 1 of my fucking rested cards. I was short on swings because I didn't have a fucking because he played a Ryuma and got to KO something for free. 6 cost, 8,000 power. On play, when attacking, KO up to one of your opponent's rested characters with a cost of 4 or less. It was rough. So Hotori, 1 cost, 2,000, 1k counter. Activate main Dom -2. You may rest this character. If you have blah blah blah, give up to one of your opponent's characters negative 3,000 power during this turn. El Thor, 0 cost event. Main Dom -1. If your leader is an L, up to one of your leader or character cards gains plus 1,000 power during this turn. Then KO up to one of your opponent's characters with 3,000 power or less. Also works as a 2k counter. Laboon, 1 cost, 2k counter. If your character with 7,000 base power or less would be removed from the field by your opponent's effect, you may rest 2 of your cards instead. Ooh, we got 2 of the anti-removal cards back to back. So 1 cost, 2,000 power, 2k counter. Perona. Yotsugi. This is a shout out to you. If your character with 7,000 base power or less would be removed from the field by your opponent's effect, you may trash 1 card from your hand instead. Very good. Very good anti-removal. Go ahead and use them, Mr. Luffy. All right, so it's a 3 cost event where you get to choose one. A, draw 2 cards, or B, up to one of your Dressrosa type characters gains blocker until the end of your opponent's next end phase. Then we have Kaku, one of the cards from EBO4. So it's 3 cost, 4,000 power, 2k counter. Once per turn, if your black character with the base cost of 5 or less will be KO'd by your opponent's effect, you may place 3 cards from your trash at the bottom of your deck instead. On play, trash 2 cards from the top of your deck. So nice little anti-removal for the Raw Bellucci deck. All right. Oh, the Perona is really good. The Ryuma, man, that Ryuma, it's giving me, that whole pack, for whatever reason, just gave me freaking, all right, we got a Dom pack. That whole pack gave me just nightmares from the game that I lost. Oh, my goodness. That Ryuma, like, played, KO'd something, and I lost on my turn. I ended up giving up because I didn't have any life, I think. He had a full board. I think I had 1 character active in my leader swing, and he was like blockered up. So that was just nightmare fuel. Imagine just spamming those and giving a random high cost blocker every turn. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Absalom. Oh, we didn't read Absalom. My bad. 4 cost, 5k, 1k counter. On KO, add up to 1 Thriller Bark Pirates type card from your trash to your hand. Canis. 1 cost, 0, 2k counter. On play, if you have less life cards than your opponent, draw 2 cards and trash 2 cards from your hand. Sentomaru. Read that already. Lulusia Kingdom. We just talked about the Moda that searches for this. Opponent's turn, all of your characters with a base cost of 1 gain plus 5,000 power. So I guess it just makes it harder for your opponent to swing into it. And what's crazy is, like, this is a Lucia Kingdom. So you pretty much can play it in anything, really. And any of your 1 cost, golly, I'm trying to think. All of your characters with a base cost of, oh, okay, so this would pretty much make it hard for your opponent to swing into them, but it's not going to do really much for like attacking. Anyways, on play, set the power of up to one of your opponent's characters to 0 during this turn. So yeah, for 7 costs, it's basically like removal, right? You set something to 0, you can swing anything at it and a searcher at it and KO it. All right, so we have Amazon, 3 cost, 0 power, 1k counter. On your opponent's attack, you may rest this character. Your opponent may return, one of their active Don cards to their Don deck. Ouch. If they don't, give up to one of your opponent's leader or character cards negative 2,000 power during this turn. So you get to do that. Then you get to Then they have to swing into this because this isn't something that they can just leave out there. So it acts as like a blocker too. So that's actually a really good card. All right, so 2 cost, 0, Vegapunk, 1K counter. If you have 2 or less life cards, all of your yellow scientist type characters cannot be removed from the field by your opponent's effects. This one also has Dawn times 1. This character gains blocker. All right, 0 cost event. It's my student's farewell. I want it to be proper. Main, you may give 1 active Dawn card to one of your Silver's Rayleigh. Give up to one of your opponent's characters negative 2,000 power during this turn. With counter, up to one of your characters or Silver's Rayleigh cards gains plus 2,000 power during this turn. This is nice because this gives your characters counter as well. I don't think the other ones that I saw do that. All right, we got Rouge. 6 cost, 7,000 power, 1K counter. On play, you may trash 1 Supernovas type card from your hand. This character gains Rush during this turn. I was actually able to use this during one of my games, which is crazy because you typically don't have like a real good synergy like this built, but I just so happen to have another Supernovas type card in my hand that I was able to trash for this. All right, activate main. You may turn 1 card from the top of your life cards face down. Give up to 1 rested Dawn card to your leader or one of your characters. Lightning Beast Kitten. 0 cost event with main Dawn -1. If your leader is an L, draw 1 card. Then give up to one of your opponent's characters negative 1,000 power during this turn. Counter, up to one of your Enel cards gains plus 2,000 power during this battle. Ganfall. Okay, what does this do? 4 cost, 4,000 power, 2K counter. If you have a Sky Island type character with 7,000 power or more, give this card -3 cost in your hand. That seems good. On play, rest one of your opponent's characters with a cost equal to or less than the number of your opponent's life cards. Okay, so that's not bad. Especially 1 cost can rest, 4 or 5 cost, and it's a 2K. That seems pretty good. 1 cost, 4K. Jeez. Yes! We got Monkey D. Luffy. We got the Monster Luffy. Let's go. Again, first off, this card is good in pretty much any black deck. Any black deck that's going to be able to like mill cards, this is going to be a very good card in that deck. But specifically for Brook, for me, in my case, right? So 7 cost, 7,000 power, 1K counter. So it's not even a brick. Jesus. So this is a very unique effect. Okay, so listen to this. All right. Apply each of the following effects based on the number of cards in your trash. If there are 10 or more cards, this character's base power becomes 9,000 and it gains plus 10 cost. If you have 20 or more cards during your opponent's turn, your leader's base power becomes 7,000 during your opponent's turn. If you have 30 or more cards in your trash, this character gains plus 1,000 power. So this character can become a 7 cost, 10,000 power, or excuse me, a 17 cost, 10,000 power character. And it's just a rare. And on your opponent's turn, makes your leader a 7K. So they have to commit extra resources just to swing into you. They can't just swing into you with their leader. They can't just swing into you with their weaker bodies. They're 6 cost, or excuse me, they're 5 or 6,000 power characters. They have to attach a Dawn in order to swing and make the swing viable. All that Dawn that they're using to swing into you makes it easier or makes it harder for them to play cards from their hand. So fantastic card. I love this card. It's such a good card. I cannot wait to build Brook. Absolutely. All right, and then we get a Dawn card here, which whatever. Don't really care about the Dawn card, but this Luffy Love it. Love that monster Luffy. For Blackbeard, dude, that would be crazy. And it doesn't have like an all play effect or anything like that either. Yeah, that's actually a very good idea. That would be awesome in Blackbeard. Yeah, that would be that. I didn't even think about that. Yeah, Blackbeard, all your characters, not all of them, but you know your big guys, your Burgess, your Luffy's. They love that shit. Let me think. For Burgess, it's what is it every 4 cards? Yeah, so that'd be Burgess is 7,000 at that, or plus 7,000 at that point. Because yeah, it's for every 4 cards. I'm fairly certain Burgess is every 4 cards. You get plus 1,000 power. So he goes up to a 12,000 power character. Then you have a 10,000 power. Oh my god. Oh my god. That's nuts. All right, Trafalgar Law. 3 costs, 5,000 power, 2k counter. This character cannot attack unless your opponent has 2 or more characters with base power of 5,000 or more. Nico Robin. I don't think I want to play this card in my Brook deck, but it's an option because it's not a bad card. It's not a bad option. But I just, when I was playing on the sim, I just kind of found some things that I like a little bit more. But this definitely could go into Brook, so I'm happy with this. All right, so 5 cost, 7,000 power. If you have 10 or more cards in your trash, this character gains blocker. On play, draw 2, trash 2 cards from your hand. Genbo. 3 costs, 4,000 power, 1k counter. Vanilla. It's not technically a vanilla because it does have an effect, but from what we're used to saying, it's essentially a vanilla. So with the trigger, draw 1 card. Then if you have 2 or less life cards, play this card. All right. Would you let me eat the flame fruit? We saw that already. Kabaji. 2 costs, 3,000 power, 1k counter. When attacking, if your opponent has any Don cards given, this character gains plus 2,000 power during this turn. The Risky Brothers. 1 cost, 2,000 power, 1k counter. Activate main, you may trash this character. If you have 15 or more cards in your trash, up to 1 of your Monkey D. Luffy card or characters gain Rush character and the Slash attribute during this turn. So I guess I don't understand that. Yeah, I guess I don't really understand why giving him Slash. Maybe it has something to do with the lore here. I don't know. This looks like maybe they were in. I don't think that they probably weren't in Impel Down. I don't know where the hell they were. But it looks like potentially like an Impel Down prisoner or something. I don't know. All right, Psy, 5 cost, 6,000 power, 1k counter. With blocker, on play, you may trash 1 event from your hand, draw 2 cards. There he is. There he is. The man, the myth, the skeleton, Brook. There he is. Let's go. And we get to match him up with his with Monkey D. Luffy. All right. Under the rules of this game. So first off, he's a 5,000 power, 4 life, green, black leader. Under the rules of this game, you do not lose when your deck has 0 cards. You lose at the end of the turn in which your deck becomes 0 cards. Activate main once per turn. Trash 4 cards from the top of your deck. Then, if your deck has 0 cards, set up to 1 of your characters as active. Slash is for other cards. I think it gave Slash to Luffy. Yeah, it says Monkey D. Luffy characters gains Rush character and the Slash attribute during this turn. So the Luffy would gain Slash, but again, I don't know how that would help. Like there might be some cards out there that has some synergy with that, but I don't know off the top of my head. But Brook, the GOAT, I'm literally gonna start. I'm just gonna put all the cards. I've already been doing it, but I'm gonna put all the cards that are gonna be Brook centered. I'm gonna put those over there. It's too good. All right, Hydrogen. Ooh, a Nico Robin, very nice. 7 cost, 7,000 power, 1k counter. Sky Island's Straw Hat Crew. On play, you may add the top card from the top card, excuse me. You may add one card from the top of your life cards to your hand. If your leader has the Straw Hat Crew type, add one card from the top of your deck to the top of your life cards. Then play up to one Sky Island type character with a cost of 5 or less from your hand. It's definitely Luffy. Luffy gang. Sanji. I didn't realize that Sanji was rare. But anyways, it's 3 cost, 4,000 power, 1k counter with blocker. On play, up to one of your characters gains unblockable during this turn. This card cannot be blocked. Very nice. God, I just love a brand new set. I really do. Oh, the other support card. Gotcha. Gotcha. Dr. Hogback. Back in that hog. One cost 2,000 power 1k counter with on play. If your leader has the Thriller Bark Pirates type, trash 5 cards from the top of your deck. On KO, if you have 6 or less cards in your hand, draw 1 card. Kamakiri. 5 cost, 6,000 power 1k counter. On play, you may trash this character and add 1 card from the top of your life cards to your hand. KO up to one of your opponent's characters with a cost of 6 or less. Seems good. Goro. 3 cost, 0 power, 2k counter. On play, reveal up to 1 card from the top of your deck. If the revealed card has a cost of 2 or less, add up to 1 Don card from your Don deck and rest it. That does not seem worth it. I'm sure there's better ramp. Another Ryuma. Sea Cat. 1 cost, 0 power, 1k counter. On play, if your leader has 0 power or less, give up to one of your opponent's characters negative 3,000 power during this turn. Brahman. Braham. I like Brahman better. We'll call him Brahman. All right, 3 costs, 4,000 power, 2k counter. On KO, if your leader has the Shandian Warrior type, add up to 1 card from the top of your deck to the top of your life. Oh, Eric, come on. You can make it. You can do it. I can't stream for too long because I gotta wake up super early to take my daughter to work. But whatever I don't do tonight, I'll finish it up tomorrow. Kabaji, we read one of those already. Zoro, bam, Zoro number 2. Actually, I did pull a Zoro from some of my packs earlier, so this will be my 3rd one. 2 cost, 1,000 power, 1k counter. If your Straw Hat Crew type character, other than this character, would be removed from the field by your opponent's effect, you may trash this character instead. And it's a blocker. So anti-removal for Straw Hat. Krieg, 5,000 power, 4 life leader with Don ×1. Opponent's turn. If the only characters on your field are East Blue type characters, give all of your opponent's characters negative 2,000 power. Activate main once per turn. Rest up to one of your opponent's characters that has 2 or more Don cards given. So I've been hearing a lot of people talk, I don't want to say talk smack on this card, but just saying that this card is like the worst leader of the new 6 leaders or however many of them there are. Well, I guess 7 including Bonnie. But it probably is, but it's still a very good leader. Like I've seen people like combine this with the damn 7 cost 9,000 power Shanks from OP-13. No, that was 14. Yeah, from OP-14. And when that card is rested, all of your opponent's characters gain negative 1,000 power. So that combined with this, and it's an East Blue type character. So that combined with this, you're giving all your opponent's characters negative 3,000 power on their turn. That is crazy. That is absolutely nuts. The outcome will tell us who's strong and who's weak. This is just a searcher for East Blue cards. Don Krieg, of course. Kuro. A lot of East Blue Don Krieg cards in this pack. 7 cost 7,000 power, 1k counter blocker. On play, give up to 2 cards from your opponent's cost area to one of your opponent's characters. Then, this doesn't even say rested on, so you can give them 2 active. That's crazy. Then at the end of this turn, up to 1 rested character with 3 or more Don cards given will not become active. Excuse me. In your opponent's next refresh phase. Wiper. Wiper, no wiping. This is my second wiper. I got a wiper from, again, my from the packs from the event. All right, 5 cost 6k, 1k counter. On play, you may turn 1 card from the top of your life cards face up. Give all of your opponent's characters negative 2,000 power during this turn. Then KO all of your opponent's characters with 0 power or less. So it gets rid of like the chump blockers and stuff. So not too shabby. Activate main once per turn. Give up to 1 rested Don card to one of your Sky Island type leader or character cards. Very, very good. That's a very good card. All right. I think, like, it's one of those things where it's just like power creep, right? Like, they gotta try and outdo what they've done before. And yeah, all the leaders are absolutely cracked. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, they run through, like, I haven't played a whole lot of other ones, but like Lucy, obviously, Anel is crazy. I really like Brooke, obviously. I think it does really well. Like, I don't want to say I have trouble, but you know, the decks that I typically are losing to in the sim are some of the newer leaders and the older leaders. Like, it feels so much easier to play them and win than to play the new leaders from this set. I try and practice on the new leaders a lot, so I play them a lot. But you know, I'll play like some of the older. Sometimes somebody has some really brainiac tech in their fucking decks from the older sets, and and like it does really well. But for the most part, yeah, I'm kind of like I'll cruise past the older leaders. 1 cost 1,000 power, 2k counter. Higuma. On play, give up to one of your opponent's rested Don cards to one of your opponent's characters. Then give negative 1,000 power during this turn to up to one of your opponent's characters with a Don card given. All right. Chinjiao. 4 cost 5,000 power, 1k counter. On play, you may trash 1 event from your hand, draw 2 cards. Opponent's turn. On KO, your opponent places 1 card from their hand at the bottom of their deck. All right, Jenny, 1 cost 2,000 power, 2k counter. Activate main. You may rest this character. If there are 2 or more characters with a cost of 8 or more, up to one of your Revolutionary Army type leader or character cards gains plus 1,000 power during this turn. This is just like this should be plus 2,000 power. If it was plus 2,000 power, this card would be worth it. It absolutely would be worth it, but this just doesn't feel like strong enough, right? For one, like, I guess you're gonna try and get value out of it, but and then I guess it works as a blocker to eat up a swing. I don't know, maybe. All right, Pacifista. We read this already. I find it embarrassing as a human being. I don't play this card in my Brook iteration that I have online or on the sim, but I think I might include this card. I've played it a couple of times in the tournament today, and it feels very strong. So 1 cost event, main. If you have 10 or more cards in your trash, up to one of your opponent's characters with a base cost of 5 or less cannot attack until the end of your opponent's next end phase. So basically shuts down an entire attack for 1 Don. Yeah, I feel like that's a very, very good effect. Amazon Kobe, 1 cost 2,000 power, 2k counter. If your character with 7,000 base power or less would be removed from the field by your opponent's effect, you may give your leader negative 2,000 power during this turn instead. That's kind of rough. I don't like that. This is probably the worst effect. Like, giving your leader negative 2,000 power is just so it makes it so much easier for your opponent to attack in, right? And it's just that card just is not very good for anti-removal, in my opinion. All right, so 4 cost event, just watch me ace. If you have 4 or more events in your trash, give this card in your hand -3 cost. So main counter, give up to one of your opponent's characters -3,000 power during this turn. I was actually running this and I regretted it because I never played it. Django Yotsugi, it's your boy. Django the Goat. Black Rope Dragon Twister. You may turn 1 card from the top of your life cards face up. If you have less characters than your opponent, KO up to one of your opponent's characters with a cost of 6 or less, and up to one of your opponent's characters with a cost of 5 or less. Jeez, that is brutal. Ooh, there he is. The man, the myth, the legend. I don't know why I used that twice in a row. I said that for Brooke, but here we go. This isn't the Borsellino, but this is probably the second best card in the freaking set, or the second most sought after cards in this set. Absolutely crazy card. 4 cost, 6,000 power, brick. So it's a very good body. With on play, you may trash 1 card from your hand. Add up to 1 card from the top of your deck to the top of your life cards. There's no leader lock on here. There's no other sort of stipulations saying that you have to have 2 life cards or less. No. You play this card, you trash 1 from your hand, you gain a life. And it's a 6K body that can swing into your opponent. It's going to be able to swing into pretty much any of your opponent's leaders. Fantastic card. Amazing. Go back to Demon Slayer. Yeah, that's what it looks like, man. He needs to go kill Michael Jackson. No, fantastic kid. I'm very, very happy with that. I'll go wipe over here. How many packs are in a box? There are 24 packs in a box, typically, right? And like I mentioned earlier, PRBO2, there's only 20 packs in a box. But for all the others, I'm trying to think of EB. EB, I'm pretty sure had, EB had 24 packs in a box as well, which that they should not have 24 packs in a box, but I'm not going to argue with them. Law, Moji, 2 cost, 3,000 power, 1K counter. When attacking, KO up to one of your opponent's characters with 3,000 power or less with a Don card given. Heavenly Warriors, 1 cost, 1,000 power, 1K counter. If you have 6 or less Don cards on your field, this character gains blocker. Buggy, 3 cost, 4,000 power, 1K counter. Oh, we read one of these buggies already. Impact Dial, 2 cost, main. KO up to one of your opponent's characters with a cost of 4 or less. Then add 1 card from the top of your life cards to your hand. All right, Yama. 3 cost, 4,000 power, 1K counter blocker with on play. Play up to 1 Heavenly Warriors with a cost of 1, or up to 1 Vassals type character with a cost of 1 from your hand. So basically it's to cheat out one of these Heavenly Warrior cards or a Vassal card. So those are pretty much the majority of the cards that are played in the NL deck. 4 costs, 5,000 power, 1K counter Bartholomew Kuma with on K. Play up to 1 Revolutionary Army type character card with a cost of 4 or less from your hand. We read Orlumbus already. We read Caligara already. Leo, we're running into quite a few of these. These are anti-removal that every color got in this set. So 1 cost, 2,000 power, 2K counter. If your character with 7,000 base power or less would be removed from the field by your opponent's effect, you may place 1 of your characters at the bottom of the owner's deck instead. Very cool. Swallowbond Yvonne. 0 cost event. Main, you may rest 1 of your Don cards. If your leader has the Straw Hat Crew type, trash 5 cards from the top of your deck. Counter, you may trash 1 card from your hand. Up to one of your leader or character cards gains plus 3,000 power during this battle. Definitely going in Brook. And then we got Pearl. This card, oh my god, it kind of sucks. I'm having these flashbacks. So got a Pearl, 4 4,000 power, 1k counter. Opponent's turn. If your leader has the East Blue type, this character gains a blocker and plus 2,000 power. On KO, if your leader has the East Blue type, KO up to one of your opponent's characters with 6,000 base power or less. That card KO'd. I was getting one of my Rob Lucci cards, so it grows for every 5 cards that you have in the trash. It gains plus 2 cost and plus 1,000 power, but its base cost is 6,000. So I avoided it for like 2 turns, but eventually I had to like swing into this. I didn't swing into it, but he blocked and then KO'd the biggest body that I had. It was just frustrating, but life is like that. And which pack are we on? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So this is pack number 8. I did open one pack earlier today, but this is total from the box. This is pack number 9. But yeah. And I'm probably open a couple more packs. I do have to get to bed, which I really hate. I like to open my full box, especially the day of the release, but I just have to get to bed. I have to get up super early to take my daughter to work. But I'll finish this off. I'll finish the box off tomorrow. All right. I'll be opening some more packs, so we're not ending it right now. But 7 cost, 8,000 power. When attacking, your leader's base power becomes 7,000 until the end of your opponent's next end phase. So, very good effect. Kuma. Finger Pistol Yellow Lotus. 4 cost CP9 event. Main, you may trash 2 cards from the top of your deck. KO up to one of your opponent's characters with a base cost of 5 or less. Holly. Nola, 1 cost 2,000 power, 2k counter. If your character with 7,000 base power or less would be removed from the field by your opponent's effect, we've heard that before, you may return 1 Don card from your field to your Don deck instead. See, like, some of these things aren't as punishing as giving your leader negative 2,000 power. You know what I'm saying? All right, 3 cost, 4,000 power, 2k counter. Opponent's turn. If your leader has the Dressrosa type, this character gains plus 3,000 power. So it makes it harder to... Ooh, we got Lucy. We're making our way through the leaders. I love it. So 5,000 power, 4 life, red-blue leader with when attacking on your opponent's attack, you may trash any number of event or stage cards from your hand. This leader gains plus 1,000 power during this battle for every card trashed. Activate main once per turn. If you have activated an event with a base cost of 3 or more during this turn, draw 1 card. That deck has so many cards at its hand at all times. Alvita, 5 cost, 6,000 power, 1k counter. If this character would be KO'd, you may trash 1 character card with 6,000 power or less from your hand instead. That feels very Alvita-y. Activate main once per turn. You may give one of your opponent's Rested Don cards to one of your opponent's characters. Give up to 1 Rested Don card to its owner's leader or one of their characters. All right, next. Sabo. Let's go, man. We are getting some bangers here. Absolutely. We got Lucy and Sabo in this pack. Absolutely. Or where was Lucy? Yeah, there we go. Lucy and Sabo. Magnifique. So we got the Rora Noah, Zoro. Then we got one of the Sabos. Oh, I didn't even read the Sabo. My bad, y'all. I've just seen this card so much in the sim that I'm just like, oh, yeah, everybody knows what it does. So, 7 cost, 9,000 power. So, absolutely massive body. Blocker. On play, if your leader has the Dressrosa type, activate up to 1 Dressrosa type event from your hand. crazy because there's no limit on that. And Dressrosa has some pretty big events that came out in this set. Right, we saw the Will You Let Me Eat the Flame Fruit. Gives your leader plus 3,000 power and double attack for the turn. Crazy. All right, so 4 cost, 5,000 power, 2k counter. On play, rest up to one of your opponent's characters with a Don card given. So very good. It's East Blue, obviously. So Don Creed. Pincers. 4 cost, 2,000 power, 2k counter. If your leader has 0 power or less, give this card in your hand -2 cost. Blocker. All right, so this is obviously for Vivi. It's not too bad, right? Because Vivi's going to have 0 cost pretty much, potentially regularly. You can play a blocker for 2 cost, and it's a 2k counter. Perrin, 2 cost, 2,000 power, 1k counter. On play, select up to one of your opponent's rested characters. If the chosen character has a cost equal to the number of Don cards given to it, KO that bitch. Bobby Funk, 3 cost, 3,000 power, 1k counter. If you have Kelly Funk, this character gains plus 3,000 power. And no one else can have it. It's our Momentum of Him 4 cost event. With main, if your leader is Lucy, choose one, draw 2 cards, and trash 1 card from your hand. Then play up to 1 Dressrosa type character card with a cost of 4 or less from your hand. Crazy. Absolutely crazy. The card replaces itself and lets you draw an additional card. And lets you play a character for the same cost of the card. Just insane. Dressrosa Kingdom, we read through that. Hotori. Heso. 1 cost event. Main, draw 1 card. Then give up to 1 rested Don card to one of your Sky Island type leader or character cards. Eau Rouge. Another Zoro. Let's effing go. Arlong. 4 cost, 5,000 power, 1k counter. On KO, up to one of your opponent's rested cards will not become active in your opponent's next refresh phase. Activate main once per turn. You may give one of your opponent's rested Don cards to one of your opponent's characters. Give up to 1 rested Don card to its owner's cost area, give up to 1 rested Don card from its owner's cost area to its owner's leader or one of their characters. Very good use of like reissuing Don. I love it. 4 cost, 5,000 power, 1k counter. Sanji, when attacking this character's base power, becomes the same as your opponent's leaders during this turn. On KO, if you have 2 or less life cards, play up to 1 yellow character with 6,000 power or less from your hand. All right, I got one more pack in me. And then we gotta call it. I'm exhausted. All righty. How did I get this box? So I mean, we have shops in our area where you can like pre-order. They don't like to call it pre-order, but that's basically what you're doing. They call it like a special request. They all do the same thing. They call them like special requests or whatever. And you request it whenever they'll let you request it as far up as when the set is released, or excuse me, when the set is announced. So I'm pretty sure like we can pre-order OP-16 at this point, right? Probably, I mean, we could probably do OP-17 honestly too. Like they just put you on a list and they get you, once their stuff comes in, they'll shoot you an email and you can go pick it up. So that's how I typically do it. There is one shop that I'll probably maybe I'll call them tomorrow, but I think I'm going there tomorrow for one of my tournaments. They don't do any like pre-orders or special releases. They just kind of sell them as they go. But they usually be taxing. These other shops really try and make the boxes like reasonably affordable. Like this box, for example, was MSRP. It's the only box of MSRP I'm gonna be able to get for the set ever. Because again, they just try and um, do what's right for their community, and so they they sell the boxes for MSRP, but they have to unseal it. So they like open it. They open the box in front of you, and basically they just cut the plastic off of it. They don't like open it and give the packs out or anything like that. But if you want to buy it, so I'll buy it for $130, and if you want to have it sealed, they sell it to you for $190. So, and then so I got this box that I got. I have two more boxes that I have. I got that from the card shop that I went to the pre-release event for today. I'm kind of upset because I pre-ordered 5 boxes there, and this shop typically, well, I say typically, but in the past, what I've seen is that from what I've done is they'll let you pre-order however many boxes that you want, and they usually have enough inventory to give everybody what they want. So I don't know what happened with their allocation this time. They just got a lot less than they typically do. And yeah, I was able to get 2 of my, which, I'm not going to complain about it. I'm grateful that I was able to get any, but yeah, I didn't get my 5 boxes. I was able to get 2 of them. So it is what it is. Fuza, 3 cost, 4,000 power, 1K counter. All of your Shura cards and this character gain unblockable. Opponent's turn, all of your Shura cards base power and this character's base power become 6,000. Whoops. And add. Sorry, I didn't see that. I hope I explained everything. It's just shops in my area. I pre-order them, basically. Yeah, oh yeah. I mean, see if your shop will let you do it. I will now that I'm talking about it, I'm probably gonna submit a request to my shops as well too. Okay. Jenny, I got your number. I need to make you mine. Rocky. 4 cost, 4,000 power, 1K counter. Blocker. On play up to 1 Shandian warrior type card with a cost of 3 or less from your hand. Nola. Rebecca. Sanji. Sanji's only uncommon. I thought this thing was rare. Let's go. So 1 cost, 2,000 power, 2K counter. On play, if your leader has the Straw Hat crew type, trash 5 cards from the top of your deck. I mean, that's not a rare ability, so I don't know why I thought it was rare. Very good. Obviously, it's one of the best cards in Brook, honestly. It's a fantastic card. Whenever you need to kind of get down to 0 cards to use your leader effect. All right, so 1 cost, 2,000 power, 2K counter, Viola. On play, look at 3 cards from the top of your deck, reveal up to 1 Dressrosa type card, and then add it to your hand. Then place the rest at the bottom of your deck and in the order. So this goes back to what I was talking about with that other searcher, right? This card is rare. It's probably rare because it's 1/2/2. That card was a 1/2/1. All right. Fire Fist. This is one of those awesome cards that you can play off of this Sabo's effect, right? For free, basically. Main. Your leader gains plus 3,000 power during this turn, and give up to one of your opponent's characters negative 8,000 power until the end of your opponent's next end phase. Then you may trash 2 cards from your hand. If you do, KO up to one of your opponent's characters with 0 power or less. All right, I lied. I'm gonna open one more pack. Like, it takes a long ass time to get through packs where there are a lot of new cards that I have to read, but when it's quick like that one, it gives me that little bit of extra energy. But this does have to be the last pack, and then we'll be back tomorrow. Is the price market or retail? If you're talking about the boxes, so yeah, what they do is at the shop where I got this particular box from, they do 2 versions of the price, right? One, if you get the box unsealed, so they just like take a box cutter and like um, break the seal on the plastic, then they'll give it to you for MSRP. So like 130 or whatever it is. It's like 120 or 130. So whatever the MSRP on it is, they'll sell it to you for that. But if you want to keep the box sealed, they sell it to you for 190. And it varies by set, whatever that was just what this set happened to be. Um, but when I say it varies by set, the price for the sealed box varies. The unsealed box, and they just started this like 2 sets ago, so it's very, very new. Um, but yeah, the unsealed boxes are always MSRP. And then I was able to also get 2 extra boxes from my from the actual event that I went to tonight. I had pre-ordered 5 of them. I was only able to get 2. Yeah, is what it is. All right, so 2 costs 1,000 power, 1K counter, blocker, doll. Opponent's turn. All of your Navy type characters gain +2 cost. Just make things harder to remove. Another Fusa, Moji, Yorkie. 1 cost 0, 2K counter. Your turn on play. Up to 1 of your Brook cards gains +2,000 power during this turn. So I mean, it's just you're gaining 1 Don basically. So instead of attaching 1 Don, you play this and then give your, the equivalent of 2 Don, 2,000 power to your leader. So it's +1 Don positive. Alpha, 1 cost 2,000 power, 2K counter. On play, you may trash 3 cards from the top of your deck. Give up to 1 of your opponent's characters a -1 cost during this turn. The Risky Brothers. The outcome will tell us who is strong and who is weak. Whoa. I don't know why I love the way this card looks so much, but this looks amazing. I love the way this chopper looks. Fiend isn't here. Fiend loves Chopper, but Fiend, if you watch the VOD of this, which I don't think you will, but shout out to you and your Tony Chopper. What were my hits for this stream? We'll see after we finish this pack. We'll see maybe if there's something in here. I do want to kind of go until I hit a. I do want to kind of go until I hit a freaking hit, right? So we'll see if there's a hit here. All right, so 4 cost 0 ores, 1K counter. If you have Gecko Moria with 10,000 power or more on your field, and there are no other ores cards, this character gains +7,000 power. On KO, you may place 3 cards from your trash at the bottom of your deck in any order. Play this character card from your trash. Man, people were talking bad about this card. This card is not bad, especially if you have the 10 cost Moria, right? The 10,000 power Moria. He's 8,000 power or whatever, or he's 8 cost. But like, and this thing just never dies, and it has 7,000 power. Like, fantastic. And it isn't just on your turn; it's on your opponent's turn too. So it's a card that would be hard to kill. All right, last card is a hit. Ooh, let's go. Oh, this looks beautiful. Wow. Alt Sabo. Oh my goodness. The alts are kind of one of my favorite parts. I mean, obviously the alts are great, but I really like the alts because they're not something that you just see very frequently. Like I've seen the regular Sabo like so many times playing the sim. But yeah, this card, I have not seen this alt art. Like just surrounded in the flames. He's like tipping his cap. Amazing. This card looks great. Yeah, fire for real. Absolutely. So that's how you end a stream right there. That is amazing. Yeah, that looks really good. Typically, I'd go like once I finish like opening packs and stuff, I'd go to like TCG Player. We kind of take a look at what the market is doing and that kind of thing. But just to kind of give you an idea on like how the stream typically goes. But again, it's 1 o'clock in the morning here. I gotta go to bed. I gotta get up in like 4 hours. But man, this Sabo looks absolutely crazy. Hold on, man. And oh my goodness, I like the circling around him and all that stuff and all this whiteness over here. Yeah, this thing looks great, dude. Oh yeah, that is a banger. That is an absolute banger. Whew, I love that. Fire. So I would say this was a very, very successful stream. All right. So we got two Sabos, one alt art Sabo, very fire. And then we got the Zorro. Um, and we're building. Oops, I put this in the wrong pile. Started building my Brook deck, which I'm excited about. I'm gonna open one of these. I got to. I can't not open one of these. Probably should open both of them. Probably shouldn't open any of them until tomorrow, but all right. So we got the Zorro out of the first one. What do we get out of this one? Oh, the Lightning Beast Kitten. Chitin. I guess it's Chitin. Kitten has two T's in it, but Lightning Beast Chitin. This is okay, so yeah, this is a different artwork, obviously. Still fire. Very happy with the hits. The alt Sabo's going for $50. Let's go. We'll take that. We'll take them hits all day long. Anyways, thank you guys very much for hanging out with me. I know it's later than I typically stream. Yotsugi, we typically stream daily. I've been very bad about streaming every day, but lately I've been trying to kind of pick up the pace. It's just hard to get product, so it's hard to stream every single day. But typically when we stream Central Time, United States Central Time. We stream at like 9 p.m. So 9 p.m. Central Time, United States, is when we typically stream between 9 and 9:30. Sometimes we'll have late streams like this. Like I went to an event, one of the release events, and it ended at like 10:15. I left at 10:15. So I got back here, hung out for a little bit, started the stream immediately. So sometimes we're later than normal. I see you join the Discord. Thank you very much for joining. Oh, same time zone. Very nice. Cool. So welcome. Yeah, we try and put the hits in my Discord from a couple of different card games that I do. I mainly do One Piece is the number one. One Piece is the king for me. I do Riftbound as well too, and then I open some other because I really do like Riftbound. I don't play it, but I really like the cards and the artwork and stuff. And then I open some other stuff just for fun, like Pokemon sometimes, and other card games like Magic the Gathering. But um, thank you guys for hanging out. Thank you for joining, and I will be streaming again tomorrow, unless something horrific happens. But I will be streaming again tomorrow. Thank you guys for hanging out, and I will see you next time.